Hey, welcome everybody back to the second video of DBG Social Connection. And you got to sit there and say, okay, what is DBG Social Connection? Well, you know what? We're a group of business professionals that gather to grow our business because we got to grow our business, seriously. And here's the thing, we do it at the exact same time we try to help out local charities. Believe it or not, we can grow. Not all business people are evil, and we help charities. And, the nice thing about it, we have fun doing it because why we're having fun and we're growing our business and we're helping charities, we're building meaningful relationships. We're making friends. Some of my best friends came from business relationships, people I truly, truly care about. So let's get started on helping you find that VIP client. So let's find that VIP client, shall we? And you go, Brian, well, what's a VIP client? Well, you see, in referral marketing, your ask can make you or break you. That's ask. A-S-K. Ask. It can make you or it can break you. Because if you're sitting there and you don't ask for a name like your VIP client, then how do you expect your referral partners in your group to give you that VIP client? Here's the problem. You might not know who that client is. Believe it or not. It could be you just don't know who that client is. And that's kind of why we're here to help you today. Remember this, niches will make you riches. And if you're selling everything, you're selling nothing. And you're like, Brian, well, how am I going to find my niche? How am I going to make those riches? It's not that hard, believe it or not. Niches can find you riches. And if you're selling everything, you're selling nothing. And you're like, well, what do you mean, Brian? I'm a real estate agent and I can help anybody out. Yeah, but you got to help your VIP clients out, the people that are going to make you the most money for the least amount of time. So let's figure out how to do that, shall we? First of all, let's make a list. No, this is not marriage counseling, but you still got to make a list. This is work counseling. So from top to bottom, what you got to do is you got to put the clients that you enjoy working with the most. They're just fun to work with. Put them on the top. And then those pain in the ass clients, those clients you sit there and go, oh God, geez, they're a pain in my royal tuchus. They're the ones on the bottom. Now, right next to them, what you got to do is you got to put the money you made off of them. You got to put their dollar value down. So in my world, I live off a commission, right? So in my world, I have to put their commissions down. Maybe you're manufacturing and it's annual revenue because that client can be ordering things over and over and over again during the year. So that's annual revenue. But you got to know what you're making off those clients. If you don't know what you're making off those clients and you don't know if you like them or not, guess what? You will never find that VIP client and you will never find your niche. Now that you got all that done, you're going to see certain things. You're going to see those clients you love working with, but oddly enough, you're not making a lot of money. Yeah, they're quick and easy to turn over, but you're only making pennies and dimes. Then on the bottom, you got that client that it's like, wow, beautiful paycheck. But they were such a pain in the ass. They were so bad. They were so horrible that it just took forever to close that client. But I got the nice paycheck, but it just took forever because that wasn't my thing. And somewhere in between, somewhere in the middle, right there in the middle, maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower, but you'll see it. It'll stand out. It'll smack your face like a big ass wet rag, just swap, right? And you sit there and go, you know what? I really enjoyed working with that client. I had so much fun. And hey, I made a lot of money doing it. And then what you got to do, you got to say bye-bye. You got to fire some clients. And I'm not saying, I'm sorry, today I'm not going to be working with you anymore. That's not what I'm talking about. When I say you got to fire some clients, you just don't look for those clients. You don't ask for those clients. You got to find the clients that, once again, gives you the biggest amount of income, the most income for the little amount of work. Plus, then you'll see the clients that take up way too much of your time for little pay. Brian, but that was a really big paycheck. Calculate your time versus the pay. What did it take? And say bye-bye. That's simple, that easy. Now that you've done that, you have your niche. Now you got your niche. Congratulations. There's your niche. Dun, da, da. There's your niche. Now you got to ask a really hard question. How did you get that client? Was it a referral? Was it a certain piece of marketing you did? What did you do to get that client? And why did they stay with you? Could it be your price? Could it be your service? Could it be, what? What did you do to get them in your door and to keep them there? Now, once you figure that out, here's the next big thing to figure out. So it's a two-step process. Can you do that over and over and over again? Can you? Is it that easy? Can you do it again? And if you can say, yes, I can, great. If you say, you know what? I believe I can, but I can put a system to make sure I can. Great. Then you can do it. Then that's your niche. So understanding that, now here's the next question. Who's just like them? Who's their twin? Time to find them. How do you do that? Do they have neighbors? So in real estate, might be the guy to the left, might be the guy to the right. They might all live in the same neighborhood. Maybe that's a neighborhood that you can make some money off of. Rotating, moving houses, selling them, all that good stuff. Okay. Manufacturing, who's their competition? Do they have competition? And if so, who is it? Sometimes you can just walk in and ask, hey, Bob, you're a great client. I love working for you. Who's your competition? And, well, you can ask, do you got friends? Remember, like minds tend to click together. Like minds think alike. Yeah, but they also hang out alike. They hang out. They do the same thing. Now, occasionally, they'll have that one friend that, has been with them forever and couldn't afford, anything, but they're that best friend. So guess what? That might not be the client for you. But most likely, they got clients that are exactly what you're looking for because they're friends. Simple and easy. Friends. Now you got an idea. What do you do? Well, you know what? Go to the internet. That's my first recommendation. Go to Google. Go to LinkedIn. Go to Facebook. Because believe it or not, you can type in, steel plating. Type it in. They'll pull up all the steel plate companies in your area. They got a website and they've even a little bit on Google. Trust me, you can find them. LinkedIn, if you got a name, you can look up certain categories and believe it or not, boom, you can find other people doing the exact same thing. Same with Facebook. Now, maybe what you need is you find out your niche tends to be companies that are just started or public records are huge. When people file taxes, that's a public record. And you'd be amazed at the information you can get off of that. So real estate agents, if you're looking for a name of a neighbor, you just don't want to go knocking on the door. Dun, dun, dun. Hi, I'm a real estate agent. I sold your neighbor's house. Can I sell yours? But boy, if somebody could refer you in because they know Jane Smith or Bob Dole or whatever, wouldn't that make your life a lot easier? And guess what? Tax records, boom, you can find out who owned what house and everything else. Boom, right there. So then you're in your networking group and you can sit there and say, you know what? I'm looking for Jane Smith. She lives on 85521 Pickleberry Street. And this is the one I'm looking for. Public records, you can find everything from, when a company was incorporated or started up as an LLC or even a DBA. State records will give you that. Town hall records will give you DBAs in the area. Now, those are two ways of getting names to ask for. Or you can find other names through Chamber of Commerce, mastermind groups, conventions, and online groups. So Remember, cliques hang with each other. They'll hang within chambers. Why? Because, well, if Bob's got a chamber membership, so should I, because I got to look like I'm a chamber member. They go to mastermind groups because they like trading ideas. They like showing people, hey, I did this. Maybe you should do the same thing. Or inverse, they sit there and go, Bob, you're succeeding. What did you do? Like minds think alike. Conventions. Now, here's the funny thing about conventions. People in the same industry want to learn from other experts in the same industry. So they show up at conventions. Conventions are held all the time. So when you go to those conventions, believe it or not, if you talk to the right people, they'll sell you the list of the people that showed up. Boom, you got a whole bunch of names to start asking for. Online groups. Same thing. Facebook, LinkedIn, go in. They create groups so they can talk to each other online. Boom, you got a bunch of names. Now let's even go one step further. This is old school. Call the yellow pages, phone books, directories. There's a directory of just manufacturers out there. You just got to look for it. But guess what? There is a directory and it's on paper. And you start looking and find manufacturers. Retail stores still advertise in the yellow pages. Pick up the yellow pages. Start looking. Old school works wonders, because if they have a phone number, they're most likely listed in a phone book. Now, you might take a bit to find one, but they're there, and they're still a very good tool. So let's do a quick recap, shall we? If you're selling everything, you are selling nothing, baby. Absolutely nothing. You got to find your niche, and when you do find those niches, trust me, they'll make you riches. Time to make that list to figure out where that niche is. So once you've made that list and you figured it out, it's okay to fire a few clients. It's okay to say, I'm not going to do everything. That's the whole point. And then once you've figured out that niche and that VIP client, how did you get them? How'd you get them in the door? And can you keep them in that door? Because if you can do that over and over and over again, then you truly do have a niche and that VIP client. So now that you got that VIP client, you got that niche. Do they have twins? Do they have competition? Do they have somebody just like them? Could be a neighbor. It could be a friend. You got to find their twins. Because once you do, that's your niche. And you can do that over and over again. And how do you do it? Research, research, research. It's that easy. Just do your research. And then when you walk into your networking group, you do your research right. Say you went to a convention and you bought all the names of the people that showed up at the convention. Give me a break. In our networking group, we have all the names of the people that show up in our group. Now, am I selling it? No. But guess what? I get to keep all the names. And these big conventions, they love selling names. And then once you got all the names, you walk into your networking group going, I'm looking for Bob Smith. I'm looking for ABC Manufacturing. I'm looking for so-and-so tool. It's that easy, folks. And if you find that VIP client and you ask for that name, you will get somewhere. So I'm going to tell you a story, and it did happen today. The best friend that I had. Right now, she's very upset with me, and I can honestly say she's, I don't fall into her category of a best friend. And today was the first time, and I have known her for years, and she's great at marketing. She's outstanding at marketing. Today, she finally said that name in the group. She found her niche. She found out what she was looking for, and she looked and she had a name. And once she found that name in the group today, she asked for, do you know? And trust me, I was mad at her. She's mad at me. But it felt so good when she said a name. The way she went about it, I knew she knew what she was looking for, and she said a name, and it'll make a big difference in that group. They will find her what she's looking for. It might not exactly be that person that she asked for, but it'll be something real close. Before she used to just say, oh, I need a plumber. Oh, I need a contractor. But never did she say a name. It felt so good hearing her today to say that name. So, anyways, story done. So, first of all, hey, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Hopefully, you made it all the way to the end. If you're listening to me now, you did. On behalf of DBG Social Connection, I appreciate it. But here's the big thing. We're a social group that we want to share things because, we want to help you grow your business. And at the same time, we want to have fun doing it because I'm having fun making these videos. And, the more people that can share this, see this, hopefully will then say, you know what, they are having fun. I want to join them. So please share this with your friends because you know what, if you're in networking groups, if you're doing the exact same thing, you got friends that need to learn just like you do. So please share this video with them. And if you enjoyed it and you want to know more about us and you want to show up at one of our events, please contact us. Give us a call at 586-275-9327. That's 586-275-9327. You can email us at dbgsocialconnection@gmail.com, dbgsocialconnection@gmail.com. Or, hey, if you want to stop by my office, please do. 33808 Groesbeck Highway, Clinton Township, Michigan, 48035. Stop on in, say hi, what's going on? I like you, don't like you, want to find out more information. If I irritated the hell out of you, like I've said many a times, you wouldn't be the first, and you sure the heck won't be the last. You can ask a good friend that just pretty much since Saturday. She'll tell you I'm a walking a-hole. Okay? But the fact of it is, please stop by. Look us up. Share us with your friends. Because if we grow, you grow. Rising tides raise all boats. Or is it ships? Something like that. Tides raise all things. So please share, grow. We appreciate you. Thank you. And we'll catch you on our next video. Thanks, guys.